we finally got our Quest 3 and are ready to unbox it. My first Oculus Connect was Oculus Connect 3 in 2016 when the Oculus Rift CV1 was launched. I also watched Michael Abroch's predictions for the future. I also watched John Carmack talking about VR in general, and that is what got me super excited about the virtual reality industry. Since then, I've been developing for it, and I still remember when the first standalone VR headset was launched by then Facebook, which was Oculus Go, and the whole industry was very excited about it because it was the first standalone headset done for consumers, general consumers, and I bought it the next day. I started developing for it, and then I remember in 2018 Facebook announced Project Santa Cruz, and it was their first standalone 6-stop VR headset. So this was a huge leap at the time in the virtual reality industry because they integrated these cameras on the headset which tracked its 6-dimensional position. This is called inside-out tracking. But then 2 years later, or I think 3 years later, we saw Meta Quest 2. So this was, the Quest 2 was a much bigger leap than the Quest 1. Good thing about this one is that Meta continued to launch software updates. This one did not have hand tracking at launch, but eventually it had hand tracking, and they have continued to improve it, and it has gotten flawlessly well. Like, you can even now mingle with your fingers and still detects your fingers. So ultimately, afterwards, we now have this giant headset, Quest 3, and as you can see, it has a 3D scanning camera, 3D tracking camera. So basically it knows the depths, it understands the depth where things are in the room. It's important for any virtual reality or especially mixed reality headset. So the biggest difference in this one and the Quest 2 is that it had black and white cameras that kind of pictured together all the image that these cameras saw. It did not have any RGB or good quality looking picture in terms of your pass-through. But this one has RGB cameras, as you can see here, and this one also has a 3D scanning sensor so that it can scan the environment around you, and the developers can make experiences around that. So this one is basically the first standalone mixed reality consumer device with a built-in ecosystem, and I've already experienced a few experiences of mixed reality with this one. We at Mixeal are very excited to find opportunities for mixed reality for our own game, The Final Overs. So we want our users to be able to play in their room while being able to see everyone or everything around in their room, so that most of our users are breaking their heads or controllers by playing in fully immersive experiences, but we want to be able to form an experience where you have the same experience but you still are present in the mixed reality space.